Let's do a video on replacing the HDMI port on a PS5 because there's probably 5,000 of them on YouTube already, and I might as well join the pool with that. I'm going to show you my technique, which I think works really well. So first of all, you need a port. These are really cheap. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of tape, Kapton tape, and I'm going to stick it on the bottom of the HDMI port. And then I'm going to double down with some aluminum tape. The aluminum tape is what's going to block the heat from getting in the port. The Kapton tape is what makes it come off residue free. So I heat from underneath when I do these. So this is an important step to this method. Now, I have my heat gun right underneath here, and I'm using a device to hold it there. So I have both my hands free, which is terrific. So I'm heating underneath at 370, and I'm going to put some flux here. Flux will help the solder lift cleanly. I got some leaded solder here that as the board heats up, I'm just going to feed into the legs. That's going to help reinforce the strength of the HDMI port when I put the new one in. Now, I'm just going to remove that nice and slow. You can see it left a lot of solder on the board, which is exactly what I want. That's why I put the flux on there. If you don't flux it, a lot of solder will stick to the part that you're pulling off. I place the new port. Okay, I align it. Then I'm going to reflux, and that's going to help the solder on the legs flow in nicely. It's going to help the solder on the 19 pins all flow in nicely. And since I bumped it, I'm going to realign it. And I could go ahead and hold a little bit of pressure there as I remove the heat. And I'm just waiting for the solder to solidify. You can see it should happen any second. There it goes. Saw it on the left side. I think I saw it on the right side. Never hurts to hold it a little bit extra long. Boom. Installed. Now, I take disposable brushes with IPA, and we're just going to clean up some of this flux. Then I'm going to take some tweezers, and I'm just going to push test each of the pins and make sure there's no movement, no movement, no movement. Because if one of them was loose right now's the time to touch it up. Almost there. All right, it's good. I could take off my tape. And I'm looking inside the port here, and that's why I put the tape on there so that the plastic in there doesn't get melted. There's a little bit of flex that got in there. Can't be prevented sometimes. So the cure for that is just take a brush with IPA and clean off the port. The thing that's going to most commonly make a fresh and well-soldered HDMI port not work is flux in the port. So just clean it off with isopropyl alcohol, come back with a dry brush. and that looks perfect. We'll be right back with the final test. All right, let's hit the power button, and if I have my settings configured correctly, it should come up on the display. Okay, perfect. So that was masterclass at doing an HDMI port repair. We do tons of these, and you can do mail order service with us. You go to our website, DVD Game Exchange, click on the PlayStation section. You'll find PS5 HDMI port repair, and the price includes return shipping. You send it to us. We do that. We send it back. You play your game again. Thanks for watching the video. See you on the next one.